today. From Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida.
For a trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58, we are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That one taken in by T. Higgins. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, Matt Araiza sent on to punt. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And you know how scouts always talk about checking all the boxes? I think this young man does exactly that when you're looking for an NFL quarterback. Proven leader. Teams went 43-6 while he was in college. Has speed, dual threat ability, and production off the charts while he was in school. And also did a nice job of limiting turnovers. When you put it all together, there's a lot to be excited about for this young quarterback.
This to the sideline and over everybody. Incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's not going to sniff the 1st down here. He stopped at the 25. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. and a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. And it may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow. They'll find Everett there, complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Rising now on to punt this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. On the counter, it's Taylor. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll look to throw here. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 32-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll find Lazard here over the middle. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. We're scoreless after 1. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. 9-yard line, 2nd and 6. They'll set up a throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Touchdown, Texans. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So that one a long 11-play drive, and the result a Houston touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Miami set to take over. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. Here we go. Burrow looking to pass. They'll dump this off to Cook. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now Burrow loses the football, and the Texans scoop it. And fantastic field possession has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. On the handoff, Taylor. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Taylor. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And out come the Dolphins now. Right now, they're in some uncharted waters, Charles. They haven't been facing deficits like this season. We're going to see what they're made of.
And I think the easy thing right now is for us to discuss how the home crowd can help them, carry them along. Bottom line, though, they've got to make plays to get the crowd back into it, to help them with the rest of their game. That means best players got to make those big-time plays right now. They need them in a big way.
Well, they fought so hard to be here at home for the conference championship game. See if they can propel themselves to the Super Bowl. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Cook. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Burrow. And he'll just get rid of it. This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Burrow will throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Here's Matt Araiza now. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
They're going to look to throw.
And this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. So the pitch and catch good for 11, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here we go. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. AFC title game, second quarter action. 2 minutes to play.
6 yards left on second down.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Divine Diablo. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Such a costly interception. Nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Desmond Ridder,
A 3-yard run as he kept it himself.
and the Texans continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Dolphins getting set to go here. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Burrow on play action. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow.
Higgins, what a catch.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. And Burrow going to throw again. This one left side caught by Berrios. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2. Now Burrow.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
And this one is right down the middle. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. Well, the good news, at least they won't take that goose egg into the locker room. Maybe a little something to build on.
Yeah, it hasn't been the greatest of first halves for them, has it? But at least now, as you mentioned, they put some points on the board. And it's been funny in our experience watching games. Sometimes something as little as a field goal can change the fortunes of a team, and they could come out and look real sharp in the second half.
The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room.
That's complete to Lazard. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Will go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw again. To the right side, complete to Taylor. Now the the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On third down, here's Taylor.
And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there, 4th and 3. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, 1 half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, time to look ahead to the NFC Championship coming up later today. And it should be a great one as well, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Atlanta Falcons. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half and the right to represent the AFC in the Super Bowl, as I'm privileged to hand things back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter. And I think here with the lead, CD, they have to resist that temptation of kind of looking ahead. Would you agree?
Absolutely, I would agree, because they know the stakes. They know the winner of this game goes to the Super Bowl. And this one, it's far from over. They were the better team in the first half, but they do know that they're facing their toughest opponent of the year. And they've got to be prepared for them to fight it out all the way and add a few extra wrinkles in the second half as well. They need to stay on guard.
On the draw is Taylor. Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They run once more with Taylor.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to fourth down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Great coverage there. Holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
Come on, ready?
First down. Here's Burrow. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A third down now, and those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Over the middle, complete. That's Cook. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a first carry for their fullback. And the ball is knocked out, and the Texans scoop it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
It reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple, and that's why that's...
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On 2nd down, Cook. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Texans are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Lazard.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 now. And Lazard's got it again. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
He's got the hook up to Lazard.
And the Texans are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll run here with Taylor. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. Nifty move. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Taylor. And this time he is in. Jonathan Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep into playoffs, every team's dangerous.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Burrow on 3rd down. Over the middle, it's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins' 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Burrow on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From their own 40 to the other 40. The gain of 20 leads to 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Again, it's Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll run with Cook. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Cook. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Dalvin Cook punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is down to 28-10. That time, a 9-play drive. And it's capped off by the touchdown run coming from Dalvin Cook. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
This taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Houston set to take over. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Well, this offense on third down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll drop to throw.
Wide open receiver complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That gain on third down, good for 28.
Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
1st and 10, Taylor now. Down to about the 37.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
74 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Again, it's Taylor.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And McCoy loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. The 40. Past the 20. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
Sam Sloman for the PAT.
And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And all that hard work has paid off. They're AFC champions, and on to the Super Bowl they go.
It's got to be an amazing feeling for them, doesn't it, Brandon? The idea that you've done it all that hard work, all that sweating, all that effort, all those times you're getting yelled at by your coach, and now you get to go to the Super Bowl. Put your
Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, Super Bowl 58.
The long fortnight of Super Bowl week is over, and away we go in Super Bowl 58.
From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick in the 2020 draft out of Utah State. This is Jordan Love.
As we begin the Super Bowl, we're looking at one of the game's most important players. And whether he's the centerpiece of the offense or taking a backseat to his teammates, offenses always look to the quarterback to be a leader in moments like this. He's got to be that calm, composed pillar out there who stays level-headed and keeps everyone focused on the task at hand.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Love.
And that nearly intercepted on his very first throw of the game. Fortunate there. It's 2nd down.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And this will be a Falcons first down as good running gets them to about the 44. Big article in the paper this morning talking about how they wanted to get chunk plays in the run game. Well, early on, there's a good one.
There isn't for guys on defense. They've got to remember the old adage. You've got to meet force with force, and if you don't, you get run over, as they did on that last play.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Again, it's Cook.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Love. Got his man, it's Williams. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Love looking to throw it. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Sauce Gardner picks it off.
That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, a turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. This Super Bowl, of course, just a huge one for this head coach. The first time he's walked the sidelines in a game of this magnitude. And you know, I might normally ask the cliche, what's going through his mind right now? But maybe the better question, CD, what do you think are the pitfalls of being a first-time head coach in this game?
Well, you know it's something that he thought about, Brandon, and he had to. And he was thinking about it long before he got to this stage. As the season progressed and he saw that his team was good, if he was smart, he started to make plans right then and there. Reach out to other coaches who've been there before. Find out how they handled winning, losing, handling all the ticket situations, travel, practice, all those things. And then trust your gut, make your best decision, and put it all out there and give your team their best chance to win.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Back to Taylor on first down.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. On the counter, it's Taylor.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That leads us to a 1st and goal. It's a pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Line of scrimmage. Again, the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Taylor. Touchdown, Houston. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Is this a touchdown? That's the question. CD, what are they looking for here?
You just need any part of the football to break the plane. You don't need the whole football. It doesn't need to go over the entire white line. It's just that front part of the white line. And if you draw an imaginary plane going straight up, that's what they need to cross.
So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense.
Remember last time out, they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their 2nd possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. Give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
It's a gain of 16, 1st down Falcons. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive,
really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Jordan Love ready on first down here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now a give running right, it's Cook. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. They'll run for it with Robinson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. That brings us to the end of one in Super Bowl 58. Much more to come from Las Vegas after this.
0-0 our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Love now to pass on 1st down. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Love. And this is Cook with a grab.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
On 3rd down, Love.
Right back to Cook for another completion.
And he's going to be marked down short of the 1st down, right around the 17. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Cade York on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt.
York able to send this one through.
And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And That's good for a pickup of 10 yards, and that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. He'll look to throw. And able to find Alan Lazard.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
They run once more with Taylor.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Running straight ahead, Taylor.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
Now a give to Taylor. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Running up the middle, here's Dillon.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
3rd and goal, a big play in this Super Bowl. Dillon again.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
A.J. Dillon
taking it in from a yard out.
And the Texans are able to move back in front.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 7, Love. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. First down, going to the air with Love. It's complete to Williams. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. From just shy of midfield, Love. That'll be complete to Cook. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, it's Love. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Love. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Love. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll throw now on the final play. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season of football, but it's not over yet. One half remains to decide who will stand on the podium with the Vince Lombardi Trophy. And to call the second half, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. But the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. On the handoff, this is Taylor, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw here.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So nothing doing there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10, he got 9. 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcons offense. It's their first possession of the second half now.
And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
On second down, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Now Love. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
He'll drop this down to Taylor.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That's good for 28 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
First down, Love to pass. Looking for Woods again, and he finds him.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Third and 2. Love with it. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Play action this time with Love. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
To throw now. Here's Love. And complete. Right side to Cook. Touchdown.
James Cook.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons have regained the lead in the second half of this Super Bowl.
See, it didn't seem like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7. That time a 6-play drive.
And it was James Cook finishing things off with a touchdown catch.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Houston's offense taking over again.
They had that lead that is now gone. It is completely gone. How does that affect the psyche? Or am I reading into that too much? They should be okay still?
No, you're not reading into it too much at all. You've got to wonder what the psyche is of a team, because once you build up a lead and things are rolling.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Jordan Love in this offense, ready to get the football back.
5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right,
and this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Terrace Marshall.
A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, this offense only mustered 3 points in the first half on that field goal. They picked up the pace now. 2 third-quarter touchdowns.
Hey, you remember that appearance we had last week in front of that crowd, and they asked about halftime adjustments and all that was going on. And remember what I said. It's not always an adjustment at halftime. Sometimes just remembering the game plan and playing better, tuning it up and just working through it methodically. They got it done in this case.
Of course, I'll always remember that appearance because I had on a brown belt with black shoes, and you pointed that out in front of the crowd. So thanks for that.
I said that out loud?
You did.
My bad.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. Now this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard in the last timeout on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception.
And you definitely saw his coaches, teammates come over to him on the sideline, trying to help him shake it off because in this game, his team is down right now. So it's important to make sure you get some confidence back for both the quarterback and the entire offense. Otherwise, those mistakes could continue to pile up.
They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On the handoff, Taylor. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here.
This one completes Alec Pierce. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
We are through 3 quarters of play here from Allegiant Stadium in Super Bowl 58.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action.
Tucker's kick is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here.
And the tension ratcheting up all around. A 1-score game. 4th quarter of the Super Bowl. This is what you folks came for. Every play with the potential to win or lose a title as they look to drain some time off this clock. And this will be a Falcons first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line.
So finally, at this stage of the game, He lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down, but I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold, and finally the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the fourth quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. On 1st and 10, Love.
This pass caught. It's Woods.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. Love now.
He's got his man. That's Woods on the out route. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Cook up the gut. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
1st and 10, Taylor now.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
On the draw is Taylor.
And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 2nd down, Dillon.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And it's caught. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans.
Reggie Gilliam
punching it in from a yard away.
And the Texans are an extra point away from tying up this Super Bowl. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now still down 1. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths, but it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied. 17-17 the score, all even to this point as the kick's away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this 4th quarter.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Running off tackle with Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
63 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Over the middle, into the hands of Woods.
So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a score to break this tie. Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back. The ball comes out, and the Texans scoop it.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
up the middle. Here's Taylor. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Again, it's Taylor. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Running right, here's Dillon. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They run again with Dillon. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Dillon up the middle.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
A.J. Dillon,
his second touchdown of this Super Bowl.
And the Texans have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
So all eyes on the Falcons. Down on the scoreboard. And time, a huge factor. They have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on first down. Love looking to throw.
Got his man, it's Woods.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency.
Love's throw going into the hands of Williams.
Love.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
The Texans getting set here to take over again on offense.
And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And the Lone Star State has a new champion. It's the Houston Texans, kings of the Super Bowl. For the victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
No, bro, I had to pay the first time I paid $600-700 to get my car fixed. This time I got to pay like $5. But I think me and Walter gonna try to change the spark plugs ourselves, so it's gonna be like $2 just for the parts and shit. So I really and then.
Wait, they're changing 500 to change the fucking.
Yeah, they was trying to hold me, but no, the spark for the parts, I have to get 4 spark plugs and 4 ignition coils, and even at AutoZone, the parts for my shit was $288, and they was charging me like $2 something for the labor too. So
Oh, shit, I guess I'll do that.
yeah, waxing right.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go out there and do it myself.
Have all my fucking. I don't like whatever this car problems because I don't know shit about.
And they be hoeing.
So whenever they're saying if there's this problem, there's that bad. I driving it, you know, all I give a fuck about. It's a little dirty. You should dust it. Make some trades.
Some fucking